hey everybody, it's Nate coming at you from Ranch Foods Direct. Today we're doing our monthly custom recipe in cahoots with Gather Food Studio and Matt Schniper. First thing you want to make sure is you read your recipe twice. Always make sure that you understand everything that's going on. You've got everything ready to go. I've got all my stuff right here. I've got a brine blend from Gather Food Studios. This we're going to save for tomorrow. That's going to be the rub that we put on the turkey. I've got my turkey, I've got some vegetables that are going to go in the brine, and some bay leaves as well. So we're going to start with the brining liquid. I've got some water that's warm. I had previously boiled. I brought it down a little bit, so kind of a rigorous simmer right now. We're going to dump this in, and we want to get this all completely dissolved. So we'll let that soak for a minute, let everything come back together. And while that's happening, we're going to cut up some vegetables. I've got carrots, celery, and onion. Just gonna do a rough chop on all these real quick. Okay, so the brining liquid is everything has dissolved. We're looking pretty good right here. It's pretty warm. I've got a bucket with some ice water. I'm gonna add this to that, which will help cool the temperature down. Because we do not want to be putting the turkey in to some hot liquid. All right, I'm also going to add the vegetables and bay leaf that I cut up earlier. Now my turkey's still a little frozen. That's not a problem when you're doing brining. It will thaw completely while it's sitting in the brine overnight. The one thing you do want to make sure is that you thaw your turkey enough so that you can check the cavity to make sure there's not a plastic bag with giblets and a neck in there. So we're pretty good. We got a nice empty cavity in there, no problemo. So we're gonna sink this sucker right into our brine. We wanna make sure it's completely covered so that all parts of the meat are soaking everything up. And that's it. This is going in the fridge until tomorrow morning. We'll pull it out and let it dry off a little bit before we throw it in the oven. We'll see you on the next part of the video. The bird's been hanging out in the fridge for about an hour. The skin's nice and dry. Before we move on to the stuffing and throwing it in the oven, we're actually going to make a quick compound butter / rub that we're going to put in on the meat in between the skin and the meat. So we've got the packet from Gather Food Studios, a bunch of good stuff in there, and got 4 ounces of butter that is room temperature. That's kind of key for this next stage because we got to mix it all together. And if it's frozen or cold, it wouldn't mix very well. Pull the turkey out here. All right, so you want to make sure you can get under the skin. If you need to, you can use a knife and do a little cut just to make some room so you can fit your hand under there. Make sure you can get all this fantastic rub up in there. So we're just gonna take a little bit. Today you get to play with your food no matter what your mom said. So we've got the rub under the skin on the meat. Now we're gonna get the vegetables and fruits ready to go. I'm just gonna quarter the apple and the orange. Stuff a couple pieces in here. And I've got sage, rosemary, and thyme. I'm gonna put a little bit in now. Got a little bit of that compound butter left. We're gonna add to heat it up a little bit because I got a really cold kitchen. Get that kind of soft and pliable. Make sure it's mixed up really well. I'm gonna smear some of this on the skin. And now we are ready to go in the oven. So I got a convection oven. I've got it set to 400 degrees. If you do not have convection, 425 is what you want to do. We're going to run this for about half an hour, get a nice color on the skin, and then we'll reduce the heat down to 350 to cook it all the way through. Turkey's been in the oven for about 25 minutes. We're going to check it out, see what we got. A little smoky from the butter cooking off. Oh yeah, we're starting to get some really nice color here. Actually a little uneven color. So we're gonna turn this around. I'm gonna put it back in. I'm gonna lower the temperature down to 350 for the rest of the cooking. All right, it's been about an hour and a half. Our turkey's been cooking. I'm gonna check it out, see how we're doing. Oh yeah, looking nice. Lots of good color. It's gonna taste delicious, and the smells are absolutely amazing. Looking forward to it, almost done. Our turkey is done. Been in there for just a little over 3 hours total cooking time. Here we go. Look at that. So the stuff on top is just dry. It's given up all of its stuff, so we're just gonna kind of dust that off a little bit. Go. I'm actually going to cover it with some foil, kind of tent it up. Nothing crazy. I want to be able to let some of the steam out. I don't want to hold on to everything. I just want to rest for a little bit before we start cutting into it. We'll let it sit like this for about 15-20 minutes. Just let all the juices recombine, and then we'll start digging into it.